and welcome to my podcast, Dancing Heart, the place that inspires you to follow your heart and dream big. This is your host, Torny, and I'm speaking to you from Mexico right now. And I'm so excited to have you here on my show and to have a podcast again. Some of you might know that I started the podcast a few years ago, and I really enjoyed having a podcast. And life is about doing the things that you like, so here I'm going to do it again, but this time in English. I'm so excited to start, and I had this project in my mind for quite a while now, but life happened like it does for all of us, so now is the perfect time to just do it. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Torny Wigum. I'm originally from Norway, but currently in Mexico, Playa del Carmen. If you're wondering what I'm doing here in Mexico, I will come back to that in just a second. I'm a certified life purpose coach. I'm a world traveler, a mom, natural doer with high energy, who's all about living this life to the fullest. I'm not just a mom, I'm also a single mother to my daughter Melissa, who's 5 years old. And when I decide to do something, I go all in. And that's exactly what I did earlier this year. I took the leap of faith, quit my job in real estate, sold my house and most of my belongings to follow my heart and my joy to go to Costa Rica. So why am I here in Mexico now? But you also might think that that's a brave and a crazy thing to do, selling everything as a single mom and just go. I will always say like normal is boring. But the truth is that I was really longing for a change. It was during the pandemic when we all got a big break from our normal lives when I started to question myself. What is the meaning of working a full-time job just to pay off everything I have? And at the end of the day, I didn't have the energy, the time, or the money to do the things that I really enjoy. I wanted to have more time with my daughter and to live more, not just existing in the hamster wheel. I thought to myself, is this it? Is this what I've been working for my whole life? Getting the education, the job, and another job, and then I had a perfect job, and I also have a house, and was just living in the same routine every day, and and I was like, and now what? I'm not fulfilled. Something is missing. My purpose. The big question, what am I here to do in this life? And I knew that there was something more out there for me, because this can't be it. I'm not made for the 9-to-5 lifestyle. And back then, I made a promise to myself, or back in 2020, that in 2022, I'm going to make some changes. The plan I had in my mind was to move to Oslo, but universe had a different plan for me, so I listened. So in May this year, I jumped big time. I packed my suitcase to go to Costa Rica, like I said, and little did I know back then that I would end up here in Mexico. But what inspired me was that I saw other people just doing it. And I was thinking, if it's possible for them, it's also possible for me. So here I am, broadcasting my podcast from Mexico, living a life that was just a dream only a year ago. Which brings me to the mission of this podcast. So what is a dancing heart? I love storytelling and I'm curious by nature, so Dancing Heart is the place to be if you're looking for inspirational stories and conversations about finding and living your purpose. I will take you with me on my own Dancing Heart journey, how I discovered my purpose, how I took the leap, how I traveled to Costa Rica to end up in Mexico, how it's going, and I also want to share with you the highs and the lows, the lessons and the blessings, and all in between. I will also have deep conversations with people that I find inspiring. The red line is people that just do it. One episode can be about mindset and overcoming fears, other times about traveling, and sometimes even about dancing in the streets. Just listen to find out. This is basically the podcast I wish existed back in 2020 when I started to question the big why. But one thing that I know for sure is that you are the creator of your own life and everything starts with you. So let's dive in, get ready for some inspirational stories that hopefully will make your heart dance a little bit more from wherever you are listening. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like my podcast, don't forget to share it with your friends or tag me on my Instagram, Torny Wigum. I wish you a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!